Hello, welcome back to Education Unpacked, fellow viewers. We want to thank you for joining our channel again. Today we are coming to you really quickly because we have a very important topic to address. We have a very interesting question from one of our viewers out there who is already engaged in scaling their level of understanding in terms of their education. They want to develop themselves. And the question here, what we received was, will my degree, my online degree, state that I studied online? Now, that's a very important question. We knew this was going to come up one day, and so we just want to address it as soon as possible. So we lay it down to rest, right? So if you are joining us for the first time, we want to encourage you to click the subscribe button and also share our videos to your different audiences, your family members, and all of your connections. Please, if we are going to look into this, the information you're going to get here today can benefit someone else. So please don't keep it to yourself. Share it out there. So let's just go straight to that particular question. The viewer asked if after the study and they graduate, will your certificate state that it was done online? Now, the answer here is, first of all, no. However, we want to point out that you may want to check on your transcripts. Some universities will state somewhere that was done online. Now, what we want to focus here is the level of knowledge and the amount of information that you get. The certificate never states that. It has nothing to do. Why I say this? Because the amount of knowledge that you gain as an online learner is the same knowledge that someone who is on the campus gets. I'm going to add to this. The same certificate that you get is the same certificate someone who is on the campus will get in the same university. You who did it online might even benefit more because you might be learning with people with enriched experience, expert in their industry. This is pretty straightforward. There is no rocket science in this. Your certificate states that the Senate of whatever XYZ university can state that the above mentioned person as standard met the requirements of the Senate and your degree has been approved. You may want to have this conversation while you are in the admissions process. I think we've done a video about what are the questions that you need to ask before you engage in an online learning. We touched about it. So please, we encourage you to go into one of our videos and check that. You will find it. Now, returning to that certificate, you may want to ask that, will my certificate be stating that I studied online? You want to discuss it with your consultant or your advisor. But this is the truth about it. No, it's not. It's never going to state that. Why? It's a distance learning, but the certificate it's stating the same thing that someone who actually sit in a classroom. But what we want to focus here is the relevance in what you study. It's not the certificate that's important. The certificate might be just a piece of paper. You want to stick it on your wall and point to it that, hey, this is my certificate, or it got nothing to do. It's about the enriching experience that you were exposed to. Now, I would emphasize that you who is holding an online, I'm not saying that those who sit in a classroom don't have that amount of knowledge. Of course they do. However, in an online setting, the caliber of people, the kind of people you got to meet in there are expert. We're going to emphasize on this. They are expert in their industry. They are solid professionals. They may be coming in diverse backgrounds, but they bring in a lot into the learning experience. Now, once you finish your studies, in most cases, you will be invited and you will travel to whatever university that you finished and you will attend your graduation. And you will attend that graduation as someone at the same with students who studied on campus. This goes a long way to prove to you that because you are in a far distant location does not necessarily mean that when you finish your study, it's going to be stated on your certificate that you were from this XYZ country. No, it will state that you've met the criteria, the requirement according to the Senate or the board of that university, and you have been granted whatever is your diploma or your bachelor's degree or your master's degree or your doctoral degree. That's the way it's going to be. So you don't have to be worried about that. You may want to have that discussion with your consultant. But again, let our viewer know that no, it's not going to be mentioned on your certificate that you studied online. In somewhere, the transcript somewhere may be mentioned in a way, distance learning, but I don't think that's relevant here. What's relevant here is the amount of knowledge that you acquired during the process, how you enrich yourself in terms of the interaction, how you develop your understanding as to the processes involved in your industry, how things are done in the different cultures or in different economies, in different places, and how people approach these solutions and challenges in different societies in relation to what you are doing. What was your experience with that professor who had won a Nobel laureate? How was the teaching process? What did you come out from it with? How was it like studying with a director in marketing who is running a Fortune 500 company and he's running a business that have over 2 billion turnover? And you from another country, you were in that room or in that same classroom with someone of 20 years of experience, and you are coming with 2 years of experience. What about someone who, do you want to look at the value? What about someone who, for example, you're doing project management and you are in a classroom with someone who built a wonderful, who took a project to lead a project of up to $5 to $6 million, and you are sitting in the same classroom with this person because they want to top up and have a project management degree, and you have a chance to study with this person. You want to take a look at the profiles of the people you are studying with. Then you begin to understand. When you look at the way they approach their questions, their scripts, their examples, the types of project they've been involved in, it's just mind-blowing. So when you finish, you have your certificate. You want to be proud of what you got, what you received, the experience you were exposed to, and what you've learned. And the more the benefit here is how you're going to relate that into your own society, into your culture, into your environment, into seeking solutions into your own community, into driving your government project or your private project. How it shapes and builds you as a professional. That's what's important. So the certificate simply says you're done with your degree and you've awarded it. There is always a serial number. You can quote it anywhere in the world. It will be referred to your university, as the university is an accredited one. So we encourage you to do all of the due diligence at the beginning so that we are resting this question today, at Education Unpacked, so that you got to understand that while you're investing your money, you are not online or e-learning. It's not something that started today. It's been developed and it is in a whole new level at the moment. So we encourage you to take this and go out there and be confident that if you're going into an accredited school, your certificate will never say that you did it online. It might be distant learning, online learning, you can call it whatever way, but you will come out with a certificate. The same certificate you have is the same certificate that someone who finished at a regular campus would have. But what we want you to take out from here is the richness of what you studied, the importance of your experience. That's what's valuable, because we want to say that it might be very valuable doing it in an e-learning environment than even doing it on a campus. So this is something you want to know about. So we hope that we've rested that question down. If you are joining us for the first time, we encourage you to click to the subscribe button to Education Unpacked there. So, and click the little bell. So the next time we upload a new video, you will have a chance to watch it. And we also advise that you share this video to your own network and your contacts so that we can build this platform. We can look into other crucial areas so that you can start investing your money with confidence and you have answers to your questions. So thank you so much for joining. We would encourage and advise that you give us a thumbs up and also to leave your comments. Have a good day and bye for now.